Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, back with more Scrolls, and today we're going to be playing some Judgment. Just want to point out though first that I noticed that in the top 100 they actually have a nice thing here. It's a little button to spectate. So yeah, you can scroll down this list. Yeah, the top doesn't necessarily move as much because some people play alt accounts if they still play at all. But you can spectate some top 100 players pretty readily just by doing that, which is nice. There's still some glitches there and my dog shaking ears, but whatever have you. So we're going to be playing Judgment again with my energy deck. So we'll see how quickly I get into a match here. It could be pretty quick, it might not be, but like I said, I'm going to be trying to go through all 5 matches here with Judgment today. But pretty much what it's been going on for me lately. I did have an interesting experience yesterday, and it is, I guess, Mojang related, so I guess it is game related to a point, in that I went to a nice little community Halloween thing yesterday, and it was nice. My daughter liked it. I guess enough. She's 2, so it's all seeing all kinds of people in costumes is interesting. But what I found kind of fascinating was that, yeah, you see a lot of girls dressed up, at least here in America, as fairy princesses. As I think I played this person before in Judgment, but we'll see. Yeah, we are just going to go ahead and let's ditch the siege cracker. Right. Well, let's ditch the siege cracker. There we go. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm doing. But anyway, I saw a lot of costumes, though, for little kids, especially little boys. There was like 5 or 6 Steve costumes. And if you don't know who Steve is, that is the player character in Minecraft. And all kinds of Minecraft stuff. So I thought that's interesting. Minecraft is the, you could call it almost the fairy princess for boys at this rate. That's not a terrible thing. I guess maybe not the best comparison in the world. But I'm playing against the energy deck, so this could take a little bit of time today. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I don't know how this is going to work, energy versus energy here, but we're going to give it a shot as I get a Gravelock Raider, which could be good, which could be terrible. I kind of don't want to ditch an Ether Pump here. So creatures are not this deck strong suit early. We're going to give it a shot. We're going to see kind of how this goes a little earlier on. And I'm trying to save my Inferno Blast in case something else comes out that's kind of juicy. But unfortunately, that may be able to kill me before all said and done. I probably need to hit in turn, though. So, like I said, I have no idea how I'm going to do today. Maybe I'm holding on to my ether pumps a little too hard here. But I have 3, so we'll see if he goes for the idols or what. So there's a Catapult of Goo. Oh my goodness. Please tell me that's going to keep hitting my state machine, because if it does, yes it is. That means that is going to keep the countdown up this whole time. I think that's how that's going to work. So that's a pretty nice favor for me. So let's go ahead and get rid of the... It works like I think it will. We'll see if that works. So I'm gonna ditch... I want to keep the Dust Runner here. In fact, let's ditch an Ether Pump. And we're going to play the Inferno Blast next turn, because I don't really need 2 Ether Pumps at this point, especially since I can keep that a little bit more alive. So let's check that. He's going to do a little bit of idle damage, which is fine. Like I said, I'm really curious. Okay, the Catapult of Goo has a cooldown of 2, so it's not going to keep this thing alive forever, but it's going to keep it alive at least 2 turns longer. So he's going after the Ether Pump now, which is smart. I'm curious about what else he has here. Metal Wonder, that's interesting. So I can Inferno Blast that. I can Inferno Blast possibly twice, but I'm not going to. Let's sack for cards. Violent Dispersal's good. Charge Call is going to be really nice. So we'll see here, because right now I can't really put this Dust Runner down and fight this guy. But we'll do this. And I thought the state machine was supposed to do damage to that guy as it was summoned. Weird. Interesting. Well, we'll see what happens with that, I guess. Oh no, because he was already out. That's what I get for playing stupid. Yeah, there we go. This is what I get for not knowing energy. Or like, derp, what's going on? Now, of course, the question becomes is, have I just made a sacrificial dust runner? And maybe the answer is yes. But there you go, there's a burn. Taking out the charge coil, which is a smart move. That Metal Wonder is really going to screw with me in just a minute here. So I do get a second ether pump, which I can use. In fact, I am going to get rid of the Inferno Blast for now, because I do have another one here. There we go. So let's get out a second ether. Or let's see here. I could play the Gravelock Raider. Yeah, this is going to be tough to fight because of that ether pump there. I want to really be able to get the Copper Automaton out to take it out, so we'll just do it like this. Yeah, we'll just do that. Might as well get them both out and both going, at least to deter any more creature drops at this point. Although he could damage that ether pump pretty significantly. I don't know if he could necessarily... Well, he can't violent dispersal it. But that Metal Wonder right there is a little bit of a kicker. I do want to get my Automata Forges out, but I don't have great places for them at this point. So there's Incendiaries. And he's taking out my ether pump that's going to damage next turn. Smart! There we go. Now what that does mean is that my state machine's gone, and what that does mean in a few ways is, let's see here, the Copper Automaton's going to go. Let's go ahead and sack for cards here. Inferno Blast again, which is nice. And yeah, Incendiaries. Opponent structures take 3 damage, so that's pretty good. And let's see why in this matchup. So yeah, he has some cards that'll really screw up the structures in my deck. But we'll see what we can do. I can get out some creatures slowly. The important thing is that I try and maintain some semblance of tempo here. So Blind Rage doing extra damage there. So yeah, smart plays all around. And I do get an Automata Forge. So what we're going to start doing is sacking for some more resources. Play the Automata Forge here. I can't pump it this turn, but I can possibly next turn. Let's put you back in position to actually make something happen. Alright, so at this point, I'm not losing. That could change. So there's a Gravelock Elder. So that is going to be a Violent Dispersal Magnet, but not this turn. So we'll get the... Let's go ahead and hold on to that. There we go. Blast Strike. Pretty good. But we're not going to play that just yet. In fact, what we're going to do instead is try and keep this out of range of the other stuff. So let's go ahead and I know I'm making tons of sense here. I'm saying like derp, derp, other stuff, other stuff. He could have a Thunder Surge, so I guess I need to be mindful of that. Seems like he has... Seems like Aquila, who I've seen before occasionally, has a much better understanding of energy than I do. And that's okay. So there's a state machine there. And the more important thing is... Oh, there we go. That is it's a nasty bit of business right there. Now the question is, do I take out this guy... I have a Law Memorial that I can play too. So here, because if I don't play this, if I play this here and take out that creature, I can do some good. Lots to think about. Alright, so Blast Strike's not going to do me a ton of good. I can cast Violent Dispersal on a unit and destroy the state machine. I really feel like I should destroy the Elder, but screw it. We're gonna give it a shot, I guess. So let's go ahead and get rid of the Law Memorial. Let's get rid of Blast Strike. We're gonna give this a try. Actually, because let's hear. I don't want that guy running around. I can chump block this guy for a while. So. And we're going to move you down here. just to try and stay out of harm's way a little bit. Of course, I've just set myself up for a perfect Thunder Surge. Let's see if that's actually what he has, because if he does, yep, there we go. That was perfectly horrible on my end. Knew it as soon as I moved him, pretty much, which is true. Alright, so what do we have here that we can start to play with? We can move this here. Alright, so what do we want to play here? We can play we probably need to start getting the Storm Runner to do some business here, so we'll get that going. And I don't have any more mana to pump, but we are going to get one person here. So just try and put some pressure on the Gravelock Elder. Once again, I'm not losing, but I'm a little bit behind. If he has a second Thunder Surge, I'm going to laugh really hard, though. So I really want to get rid of that, and there we go. That's a more interesting combo. Because now that means he's going to start really targeting my ether pumps here. He does get a scatter gunner up there, so... Oh, Blessing of Haste. Perfect, perfect timing. Can I make something of it, though? Probably not. Alright, because that Catapult of Goo is going to do its thing. Yeah, because that guy's going to be exposed no matter what, because this is going to fry things. But you know what, I might as well go for the damage, I guess. Because I can take that out. I do want to hurt some of these things a little bit. Unfortunately, this guy's now not in a position to do a lot. Blessing of Haste, you're good, but I don't think I'm going to use you this turn. There we go. Metal Wonder on his end is nice. So let's go ahead and play... And what are we going to get here? One down here. I'm taking a long time to think about these turns, I know. So we'll see about this. I don't think that's the best move necessarily, especially when I really want to take out the Metal Wonder with this guy, and yeah, that was me kind of going brain farty just a little bit. But I do have two Automata Forges. I'm probably about to lose one of them, but... And that's unfortunate because I could have pinned him down there, so that was a big, significant brain fart on my end. But at least I have a Metal Wonder out too now, and it's going to be at least a little bit protected. I don't think he has a Thunder Surge again. But yeah, he can totally move to dodge any incoming damage from this guy, so bad play on my part. But what else is new? It's Scrolls. If you're looking for good play with Scrolls, you may need to look some other places. So he is going to take out this, which is fine. The Destroyer is more interesting and probably more problematic, to be honest. Let's see here. Metal Heart. Creature gains attack equal to the number of structures you control. Not terrible. So we're just going to move you all. Here, I'm going to save that Metal Heart. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Blessing of Haste as much as I don't want to. There you go. Spark and Inferno Blast. That's a good start. But probably not going to play him this turn here because... Oh! I'm not taking him out here. Might as well play this now. That's a shame. So a little more damage there. Let's go ahead and pay 3 energy. Get something popped out here in just a little bit. Misplays, misplays, misplays. But it's all good. If I can just keep my Metal Wonder alive, that'll get me back into this game a little bit. For now, though, I am starting to feel like I'm falling behind. And this is where if he can start playing cards that obliterate my structures. There's a charge coil. That's not going to be fun to deal with. And there's another Storm Runner, so I'm starting to get outpaced here. Okay, so there's some extra bonus damage. Can Violent Dispersal anything I want to here. Alright. So we'll go ahead and move you up here. Go ahead and move you down here. And unfortunately, as much as I want to take him out another way, I don't think I'm really going to be able to. So we'll go ahead and Inferno Blast here. Let's get rid of the Spark. Once again, as much as I don't want to here. Could play any number of things, but for now it's just going to be Inferno Blast. A little bit more idle damage, which is problematic. Can play Siege Cracker as well, which I think I will do. And at least to possibly siphon off that. And I can think about playing a Destroyer here in a little bit. So saving the Violent Dispersal for possibly something more dangerous. Now I guess I need to take better care of my Siege Cracker. Because, yeah, he's the one that actually does idle damage for me. So there's Blind Rage. Good job there. Gonna hope for the Charge Coil to probably take out one of these things. And I fully expect it to do so. Inferno Blast, don't even have to chance that anymore. So what do we get? We get a second Ether Pump, or not a second Ether Pump, that means we've cycled through the deck a little bit. Interesting choices here. I could play the Destroyer and it's gonna die. It's not necessarily gonna die all at once though. The worst thing is that this guy can take out my Automata Forge. Actually, both of these guys can. So let's see what we can play here. Destroyer's nice, but I probably need something better. Alright, so that's what we'll do, I guess. Does this feel like a good play? Not really, but it's the play we're making anyway. So there we go. Once again, totally expecting a Thunder Surge right now. This deck does fill up the board pretty quickly, as I once again lost an opportunity to pump an Automata Forge. I'm not really sure if that's going to help me too much. The Law Memorial is just kind of there to be like, oh look, order! So now he knows I have possibly some order in my deck, but nothing to play with. Maybe that'll make him think about something, I don't know. So there's a State Machine, once again to protect his Metal Wonder. Does he have the cards to take out that Ether Pump in one go? I kind of expect him to. There's Machination Mindset, so all attack increased by 1. Enchanted creature becomes relentless, which doesn't do a lot of good, but it does take out my Metal Wonder, which is nice. Alright. So I am officially behind. And that's okay. And let's see here, that stays there. Okay, so it becomes relentless and stays with 1 here. So, Violent Dispersal. Should I take out the Metal Wonder here? Problem is now that any creature I summon is going to be a little ouchied. So we'll go ahead and drop this. Drop this. And unfortunately that means I have to hope that I can luck with the Charge Coil just a little bit. But yeah, I'm holding on to a Violent Dispersal that I'm not using. He's saying whoops to me. Is this Thunder Surge time? Probably. Yeah, I'm walking right into this at this point. That's okay. Yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for me here. I mean, there's not a lot of coming back from that standpoint when I keep messing this up, so I don't think I have much of anything left to do, so yeah, I'm going to call this at least one game. But hey, there we go. Aquila, good matchup. Enjoyed it. But yeah, that's at least going to be another Judgment match. So if you're looking for a perfect Judgment record, you're not going to see it here. But that's okay. I still have at least one win, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I've played Aquila in Judgment before, and he's whooped my butt. So it's nice to see that that is still the case here. This is Way to Fail. At least that's it for now, and we will have another Judgment match here in the near future with this energy deck, where maybe I will play a little less derpy. Let's find out. Take care.